What's up, everybody? This is Storm here. I hope everybody had a very good weekend and had a very good Thanksgiving dinner with family and friends. In today's video, we'll be going over the latest news that happened over the week. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Something I forgot to talk about in my last video was a supposed rumor that the next character pack for MK1 has been cancelled due to low sales of the Chaos Reign character pack. So far, nothing has been confirmed, and NetherRealms have not come out and spoke about the rumors, but a supposed leaker of this information have posted a message that talk about what could potentially be the reasons for the cancellation and what was supposed to come in the next character pack. He writes, "Hello, you may have seen recently I gave news that MK1 DLC had been cancelled. This has spread further than the MK community, and I don't want the attention. So I'm stepping away from leaking. I was going to stay around until Conan and T1000 were done, but I'm going to end it now. I will not have info on future NetherRealms games." For my final post, here's a further info about the canceled DLC. First, Chaos Reign sales were not the only reason. There were multiple reasons. The team was pushed to move on, but the sales were just the big reason. The NetherRealm team really wanted to do the DLC and are not happy about it, but they have no choice. Second, I do not know what the story stuff would have been. I did not make it far enough for me to learn anything about details. Sorry. Third, the final combat pack was meant to be 6 characters, 5 MK and 1 guest. Less guests due to a lot of reasons, but mostly as a thank you to MK fans for sticking with the game. The MK characters were Jade, Cassie, Kunjin, Sonya, and Kano. I do not know the guests, but I am told they want to get a highly requested character. That is all. Goodbye, everyone. So, even though he said he is the supposed leaker, but take everything what this person said with a grain of salt in the end. But it has been weird that NetherRealms have not disproved of these rumors or Ed Boon. I did saw recently that he has been indirectly talking about the so-called DLCs being canceled without giving a firm confirmation. He been commenting on what some people spoke, and it is very weird to say the least. But I have spoken to a friend who had played MK1, and he gave me some more details of what could be the other reasons if it turns out to be true the next character pack was cancelled. One of them is the characters pack are hella expensive for no reason. They're like the price of a standalone game, which is very crazy that they even charge that much for a character pack. Another thing is some people say some of the cosmetic stuff are behind paywalls, and overall it does sound like a very crazy thing. I don't know why they went this route with the game. I guess trying to recoup the amount of money they spend on for development, and also the big name guest characters that they having. Like, for example, the first one we had Peacemaker, Omni-Man, Homelander, and the one that recently came out we have Ghostface, like the person said, Conan, the T1000. It's kind of crazy that they're spending all this money on these guest characters when they could be just filling the roster with old MK characters that have not been in a video game in a very long time. The first one that comes to my mind is the original ruler of the NetherRealm, Unaga. Like, they could have brought him back. That could have been a great addition to bring back, especially the MK1 story. You changed the whole timeline. So, and think about it, you bring in Conan the Barbarian. not only you're paying for the licensing of the character Conan, going looking at the image of the character pack that is coming, like you're also using the likeness of Arnold Schwarzenegger, so you also have to pay for that also. And in case you are having him to be the voice actor to do the voices for Conan the Barbarian, that's another thing you have to pay for, and that's crazy. But hopefully, we'll see what happens. NetherRealms have not spoken about it. At Boom have not spoken about it directly yet. So until we know for sure, I guess we could just say they're probably reworking how they're gonna do the character pack. But time will tell what happens. Alright. With that being said, we're gonna go on to the next updated news that came out during this week. It is being reported that Forza Horizon 5 is coming to the PS5, but reportedly it has been delayed. Me personally, I'm not really big on racing games anymore. Like, I was always into the Need for Speed games, but I kind of grew out of it. But as of right now, we have no clear confirmation this is true or not. So like before, take this with a grain of salt. But if this does turn out to be true, this would be crazy, because if you speak to a lot of Xbox gamers, they would say that Forza, Gears of War, and Halo are the big three when it comes to the representatives for the Xbox ecosystem. Like how Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon is for Nintendo, and you got God of War, Spider-Man, and I'll say The Last of Us is for PlayStation. So the fact that supposedly that the Forza 5 could be potentially coming to the PS5 is definitely a really big news. So because we have heard that Phil Spencer said there are no red lines of what games from there could be going to other platforms. But the crazy thing is, if it turns out to be true, then nothing is off the tables when it comes to games coming to the PS5 from Xbox. So potentially we could see Gears. Like, people are thinking the reason why they're doing like a day zero Gears instead of doing like Gears 6, I believe they're up to right now, is for new players to learn about the story of the Gears of War, which they could be hinting that that could be a reason for them to bring to the PS5, because you're making the prologue of day zero, which is the start of the whole Gears of War franchise, bring it to the PlayStation. That means PlayStation gamers will got a understanding of the Gears of War story. And supposedly there's some rumors about a Master Chief collection also is in the works for the PS5. But this is crazy times we're living in right now. But what can you do? So far, by the looks of it, Nintendo will probably be the only platform that will have their games only on their platform. PlayStation is somewhat also, especially if you're not really a PC person, then you always gotta play on the console. PC users are either waiting a year or two for an exclusive PS5 game that was only on the console. So, yeah, crazy times. Alright, on to the next one that I have. The developers of the Borderlands franchise have done something really cool. Apparently, a terminally ill person who is a fan of the franchise got to play Borderlands 4 early before anybody else. I saw the report. It turned out it is true because Borderlands have commented on it. Apparently, they flew him out to their studio to have him get a first-hand experience with Borderlands 4, because he said that he doesn't think that he'll be able to live that long to play the game when it fully comes out, which is really sad to hear. But I am happy that the people at the Borderlands studio got to bring him out and play a little bit of the game and stuff. And he said it really is amazing. I for one not really a big fan of the Borderlands franchise. A couple of friends of mine tried to get me into the series, so I will probably give Borderlands 4 a try. But it is really cool they actually did that for him. I'm hoping he does make it. Like, I really hope he could get past whatever it is that he have, or he be able to play the game when it fully comes out. But I am hoping he is able to push through whatever he's going through. But yeah, thanks to Gearbox, that was a incredibly amazing thing that they did for him. If that was me, I'll be jumping for joy that I was able to get a hands-on experience with a game franchise that I'm so passionate about and able to get to see it. I was more surprised that Borderlands 4 is like in a playable state, or I don't know if it's in a playable state or they put together like a little gameplay segment for him to try out with the mechanics and stuff. So they did say Borderlands 4 is coming out sometime next year. So maybe the development of the game is far longer than it seems. If that's the case, we could definitely see some for Borderlands 4 at the Game Awards in the coming days, matter of fact. So, yeah, kudos to Gearbox, and awesome for that guy who was able to get his hands-on experience with the game. Alright, on to the next news that I have. The upcoming Marvel Rivals have announced that they have officially gone gold. And with that, they also dropped a new trailer that shows 5 new characters that will be coming to the roster that would make it go up to 33 playable characters. They added Wolverine, Cloak and Dagger, Black Widow, Squirrel Girl, and Iron Fist. So, yeah, we got a pretty big roster for a day one launch for Marvel Rivals. I definitely am going to try it out. I don't know which character I'm going to play as, but I am going to try out certain characters to see who will be my main one. If you're a fan of hero shooters, I think Marvel Rivals is going to be the next big one to come out, especially if you're a fan of Marvel. So, yeah, pre-download goes up on the December 4th if you're a PC player. But for consoles, you have to wait till December 6th. That's when the game fully drops and the servers go live. So hopefully by when it becomes midnight for December 6th, it could become available to download. Hopefully that's the case. So yeah, which character on Marvel Rivals are you going to be playing as? I am kind of leaning towards Iron Man because he is my favorite Marvel hero. But I am definitely going to try out different characters to see what kind of play style I like. We're getting close to the end of this video. Alright, on to the next bit of news that I have. Tencent have announced a game called Light of Motoram. And honestly, you cannot tell me otherwise. It does not look like a clone of Horizon Zero Dawn. I looked at the trailer that came out for it, and literally it looks like Horizon Zero Dawn. They copied Horizon Zero Dawn and just slapped a new name on it and changed a couple of character models. But you're fighting robotic animals and stuff. Even that little image I posted, that side-by-side comparison, it literally looks like Horizon Zero Dawn. They put up like a 60-minute gameplay of the game. It may look like Horizon Zero Dawn at first glance, but you could tell it's like a survival type of game. It's a the best way I could describe it is a survivor slash monster hunter type of game. You build your own base and all that, which is I'm pretty cool with that. Basically, you hunt mechanical monsters for parts and stuff, and just overall, like the core mechanic looks like it's gonna be all about survival and stuff. But a lot of people are saying like, so should Sony sue Tencent for a blatant ripoff of the game? But I don't know. I don't know if they are, because I guess they probably made some type of deal, because the game is coming out on PC, mobile, and the PS5. And if I remember a while back, I think Sony did purchase some stocks from Tencent. So they probably worked out some type of deal that Sony will be compensated. Like, I don't know for sure. I'm just thinking like what Sony did to let this game go through like this. Because let's be honest, if this was Nintendo, they'll be, as soon as that trailer came out, their lawyers will be on speed dial right now, telling them to take down the trailer. Because when it comes to Nintendo, they're not afraid to sue a company. They did it for they did it to Tencent, they did it for Power World, they did it for a lot of games try to copy them. They did it to emulators. Now I heard that Tencent is going after people on Reddit who claim they stole some of their games in the most illegal way. So yeah, would I get it? Maybe. It does have multiplayer on it, and if I could get some people to play, yeah, I'll definitely check it out. So I don't see this game coming out anytime soon. I would say 2026 the most, but we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, on to our last bit of news that I have. The FTC has announced they're launching a wide range antitrust investigation into Microsoft and its practices. If you don't know, the FTC, they tried to block the deal of Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. I believe it was like 2 years ago now. But of course, they lost that case, and Microsoft was able to purchase them because they plead the case that they need them to compete with Sony and all that jazz. But they had to make a whole lot of, stipulations so the deal could go through. Like they made like a 10-year deal to bring an Activision game to Nintendo. They made that Call of Duty would have to stay multiplayer. It can never be exclusive to them. And a whole lot of stuff they had to do. But it turns out now, supposedly some type of leak that happened at Microsoft, that the FTC is investigating, that in case any important information got leaked from Microsoft, because Microsoft is one of the big tech companies when it comes to computers, and a lot of government officials use their system and all that jazz. So this could, for all we know, this could be a nothing burger. But the fact they're going through all their practices, so this could affect the company itself, and thus affected their gaming division also, because that's all also under Microsoft. So we'll see what happens with that. I kind of doubt that games in general will be affected about this whole FTC type of thing, but I don't know. I guess we'll just wait and see. It would be crazy if they made them reverse the purchase of the studio at Activision Blizzard. I don't even know if the FTC have that kind of power, but it would be crazy if they did to do that. But yeah, well, that's the end of this video. What do you guys think? Are you excited to play Borderlands 4 when it comes out, especially after the person said that the game is amazing? Are you going to try out Marvel Rivals when it drops? Are you excited to play Forza on your PS5 if you're a fan of the Forza games or racing in general? Or are you not? Or how you feel about the MK1 rumor that the next character packs have been cancelled due to low sales of the Chaos Reign? And do you think NetherRealms could bounce back from this if it turns out to be true? Please leave your response in the comment. Please like and share the video. It will help me out greatly. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend and have a good night. Peace out.